everybody. My name is Nicole Dennis, and I am very grateful to have these incredible Redox products in my life. They've made a huge difference to me, and have done a lot of wonderful things for my health and my well-being. So that's been really, really amazing. Let me just make sure that the meeting is all good. Okay, so I had a really incredible experience with the Redox products. I had really significant fatigue issues for many, many years. And then when I started using the Redox, that issue resolved for me, which was really, really amazing. So before we get started, I would invite you to think a little about a few questions. Do you have a health challenge in your life that you're looking for some solutions around, or know someone else? We all know people who've got looking for solutions around their health these days. Maybe you just want to reduce the visible signs of aging, because it's a great solution for that too. Or you just want more energy. Like, if we have more energy, we can get more out of life. We can do more of the things that we love to do. Or maybe you're an athlete looking for enhanced performance. So a few weeks ago, we had an athlete that won like a major race here in Australia that was interviewed, talking about how the Redox had helped him with that. So to live really well, we need our body to be able to do the things that we want it to do. And, it's also great to have enough money to do fun things as well. So this can provide both of those things for you. So it can help your cells be more efficient. It helps everything else that you are doing to be able to work a lot better. And it's really a massive and groundbreaking discovery. So they thought that this was impossible to actually create these products. And then they found that they could create them and stabilize them outside of the body. And when they discovered that, it was like a massive breakthrough, because it enabled them to really ship these all around the world to people, and people to have incredible breakthroughs around their health. So now we're going to hear from our amazing special guest, Debra Carter, who is an incredible health practitioner up in Townsville. So Debra runs a busy health clinic up there, and she helps lots of people. She uses frequency medicine, and she's also a body worker and does colonics, and she has a beautiful clinic. I've been to visit it, and has really, really helped a lot of people with these products, as well as herself. So thank you so much for being here with us, Deb. I will unmute you since
thanks, Nicole.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, great to have you here. Thank you so much. And Deb, can you tell us a little bit about what your life was like before you started ASEA? Tell us about what happened, some of the challenges that you might have been facing or seeing in your clinic.
Yeah. Well, it was obviously for myself, actually, that I started looking at this. One of my clients said, Deb, you've got to make time to look at this. And so I spent an hour with this couple, and it sounded really, really amazing what they shared with me. And I had serious sun damage on the right-hand side of my cheek and my hand from driving in this North Queensland sun. And the capillaries on my cheeks as well, as just various aging lines. And I was tired in the afternoons as well. And because of past thyroid issues, I had thyroid nodules, and I've had couple of operations on my thyroid, and I've still got it. But that was an issue that I was monitoring as well. And sometimes I needed to sleep in the afternoon, a little rest. But yeah, that was what it was like before ASEA. And I decided to try the product. And before I came across this product, what I had been using for sun damage was a very painful paste that I used on my neck and various places. And so the other thing, I'd asked my doctor if he could help me out with this brain fog with nutrition, and he did, and it was helpful. So that's what it was like before ASEA, and why I decided to give it a go.
And so you tried a lot of things before ASEA, right? So you have some cutting edge technologies that you use in your clinic, and you tried a lot of different things.
That's right. The frequency work that I do, I was using on myself to good effect. It's pretty amazing in its own right, at balancing the human body field and creating coherence throughout a whole system. And even with the body work, it's about looking at the fascial system, which is our communicating network. It's full of structured water, and when I was told that these molecules had been restructured from salt and water, I thought, oh, that's pretty close to what's in our body, and it is native, so it's absolutely safe for everyone to use.
Fantastic. So when you started introducing the Redox, Deb, into all these other amazing things that you were doing, what are the big differences that you noticed? Like, what changed?
For myself, I noticed the smoothness of the skin straight away. Most people also noticed the tightness, and it felt good to actually have some tightness there. And the bleeding stopped. What was bleeding had stopped. And for other people, the biggest difference was the immediate benefit from relieving discomfort anywhere in their body. Mm-hmm. We can share a little testimonial a bit later. I took a little video of a client last night, and so just seeing the benefits for other people as well as myself was really affirming.
And what happened for you in terms of like your energy and vitality because I think you started with the gel, right, and then you started using the drink a little while later?
Yes, I started using the gel because that's all we could get for the first year. Then I started getting some of the liquid, mainly to help my little grandson to start with, and the gel really helped him. When we covered him head to toe, he'd been born preemie and was really a bit traumatized still. It really calmed his whole system down, and that really got my attention. And it was from that the decision that I really should share this more seriously. Mm-hmm. Seeing how it can reduce trauma within the system. And then, working with different clients. Up here we get a lot of bacterial viral issues. Mm-hmm. And even one lady that's had viral issues that was really prevalent in the 40s and 50s. And
the one where you had to go on an iron lung, right?
That one, yeah. And the redox molecules helped to a large degree, but it was interesting to notice that when the Renew 28 was put onto the nerve, it actually made it more painful. So we had to come up with another idea, and that's when the spraying of the liquid onto the back was more helpful than the Renew 28.
Yeah, so that she had quite a journey, didn't she, Deb? Can you go into that in a bit more detail? Because I know that she did have a period of where it's like, she was going through some challenges, but then when she persevered and really amazing results, like when she stuck with it. But it was quite a while from memory.
Yeah, she's still on it. Mm-hmm. It was showing up where she'd had medical procedures. There'd be a little bit of a pain for an hour, and then it would go away. And another area, it was like it was healing in reverse in a way. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was about 2 or 3 months of that, and then all of a sudden there was 5 weeks of intense pain. Mm-hmm. And needing hot water bottles, and that's when I used the frequency infoceuticals for nerve regeneration, because that's what we felt could have been happening, detoxing the nerves as well as helping get nerve reconnection. And she felt more of her back coming to life.
Yeah.
In a way, she'd been using hot water bottles since the 1970s every day because of pain. Mm-hmm. And so gradually that pain reduced, which was really cool.
Yeah, so it did get more intense, I remember, and then she stuck with
it. She did. And her hearing improved. There's lots of little things that improved. And another amazing case comes to mind where this young girl, she loved the Renew 28 on other parts of her body, but mostly for her daughter, for aches and scrapes and that sort of thing. But she felt that she told me that the Renews really smelled awful and the ASEA tasted really foul. She couldn't even try it. And in that situation, I just didn't pressure her to have it or anything or use it. They were just using it as a family as they needed. And recently she had a wisdom tooth out, and what was shown in part of that, there was a hidden bacterial issue in the middle ear area. And
Come on, you can talk to me.
After the wisdom tooth came out, this bacterial issue flared up, and she couldn't walk, she was sick, she couldn't drive. When she did come to see me a week later, I think it was, I put Renew 28 on all her pain areas and headachy, and got her to put it on the wisdom tooth area, and it just brought the pain right down. And she actually left more balanced and feeling centered and in way less pain.
Yeah, we have a few dentists that actually use it when they do dental surgery and things and send their patients.
It was amazing, yeah.
Because it gets such great results and they don't have to, use pharmaceutical type painkillers and things like that. It's amazing. So, yes, you've had some great stories, some ones where people have had to persevere with the Redox as well, because they've had a few challenges with viral, like the lady you spoke about with the old virus, but you've had a lot of viral things up there.
Yeah, there's been a couple of other ladies with long-term viral. One can only have 40 mil at the moment, obviously. Thankfully, she can have it, but she's used Renew 28 mostly.
Yeah. So would that be some good advice that you have to where people can't, if they do have these viral issues and they can't tolerate much of the liquid, to use the gel?
Use the gel. And one lady that had a car accident which activated things in her system could only use the spray once a day. There'd be a bit of a headache because of that. So just once a day spraying, and then gradually she's using it on different parts of her body now. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, you helped a lot of people, Deb. It's amazing. It's fantastic. So what's how would you describe the biggest difference that this has made in your life, and what you can do now that you couldn't do before, ASEA?
Well, it's expanded my whole practice in a way. Like, people can take this home and share it with their family, like clients from Mount Isa, I'm in Townsville, Mount Isa, took it home, helping their whole family and extended family, and the dad-in-law is now free of 5 big things in his intestinal area, which were not looking good.
Yeah.
So, people are empowered to help their friends and family, and it's just such a positive gift to the giving power to the people, really.
Yeah, because it's something you can send them home with, that they can use themselves.
That's right. And it's just a little bit about guiding them with quantities and stuff. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So what would your advice be to anyone who's considering, using ASEA or getting involved with sharing ASEA products, and like you have, you've got involved with sharing with other people and, creating income with ASEA? What would your advice be to people who are considering that?
Well, I'm still talking to people who are considering it. And basically I say to them, look, if you're going to put money into it, give it a 3 months trial, because it's not really worth trying it just for 1 month, because the cell turnover is not that fast. And for this to get the full benefit, you need to have a few cell turnovers for there to be a difference to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just give it a go. I love the safety of it. It's what our body already makes.
Yeah.
And it only takes a minute to go through our whole system. They're amazingly highly reactive little oxygen molecules that are so small, and they switch our genes on. Why not get our health going from the DNA down? Yay.
Absolutely. It's pretty incredible because Deb and I were actually at a workshop together on the weekends, and we got to see an incredible doctor that was leading the workshop, and she did some kinesiology. So for those of you who are familiar with kinesiology, it's testing the body. We got to see some amazing kinesiology results of, she actually measured organ functions as a percentage, right, Deb?
Yeah.
And then had people take the ASEA, take the Redox in a cup, and then say, like, you know, so she was saying, measured your adrenals, right? They were like 28% or 23. 23? No, they were 23%.
Yeah.
And then got Deb to drink it, like say, I direct this Redox to
adrenals,
and got her to drink it, and then they went up to like over 70% just from having
that, using that intention, because that's a communication network. So why not use the power of your intention to direct it where it needs to go? I think that's awesome.
It was awesome, and we saw her do that with a couple of other people as well.
Yeah, and the body doesn't lie. The kinesiology method is a way of checking in with the body.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. So if you got something really specific that you're working, that you know that you have like a challenge with a particular area, you can take the ASEA and put it into a cup. Like, this may or may not, some people may or may not be open to this that are on the call, but you can put it in. You can say, like, you have an issue with your liver. Say, I direct this Redox to go to my liver, and then hold it in your mouth and visualize it going to your liver. And then you can do that with it as well. So yeah, so Justin I got sent home with a whole lot of areas that Justin has to do that for.
Cool.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. So all right, well, I think we've covered a lot of things. Does anyone have a quick question for Deb before we finish off for the evening?
Oh, plus that testimonial, if
oh yeah, hang on, we'll share the testimonial. Let me get it up.
It's only a few seconds.
Yeah, it's a great testimonial. I forgot about that. Hang on, let me just get it up here. 1 second. Okay.
All right,
hang on. Wait a second. I've got to share my screen. Share. Okay, here we go.
So we've put the gel on 3 times on my spine, on my knees, on my hips, and the discomfort has now gone down to a 8 out of 10.
10 being the best?
10 being the best.
And what was this? So this discomfort's still high?
No, this discomfort is like a 2 out of 10.
Yep. Wonderful. Wonderful. And how does it feel to move?
Yeah, moving a lot easier.
Yeah.
Not frightened to move because it's going to hurt.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So much better now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alison.
Thank you.
And she did mean it. 8 out of 10 was the worst.
Yeah.
A little like faux pas with the words there, but you kind of get the idea. So
yeah,
great testimonial from one of Deb's clients. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone have a quick question for Deb before we finish up? Just unmute yourself if you have a question. Yay, all good. That was wonderful, Deb. It was great to hear from you. Great tips and things like that. So, fantastic. So you can direct your Redox. There you go. There's a little hot tip. Direct your Redox.
Hot tip. Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why not use our consciousness to good advantage?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We'll be back here next week with another special guest. We're just finalising our schedule for June, so we'll have some great things coming up in June. So look forward to hearing many, many more, great and amazing stories of people's redox experiences. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.